What is up, YouTube? Chess here, and today I'm with
Yannis Viol.
Yannis Viol, nice. So you went first place, and what did you play?
So we played Spicy Danger Telefon deck.
Telefon deck, okay. Yeah. Together with Colin, of course, since you're both geniuses from this deck, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it, right?
Yeah, first we start with the dangers. We play the two little dangers, obviously standard because they're good. Then we play all the level 4 dangers, also because they're the better dangers, and it matters in the combo because they're both level 4 to make Dugares and draw cards if you get interrupted, or just reborn back the Telefon.
Or Baron de Fleur. If you mill the Strudo, which you will see later, you can target Telefon, which makes 6 with a 4, you always have Baron de Fleur.
Yeah. Then we made a decision to run one Dogman with 3 Nessies. It is the same reasoning with the Destrudo, because we try to get Baron and Appaloosa to stabilize our combo and play through hand traps. And because we can just target a level 4 monster on the field, we get Testrudo to level 3, and after that we have the level 7s to go into Baron. Or if you get interrupted or have the hand ready, you can go with Telefon and one of the 7 dangers into the Pepe Galoo.
Or you can summon Amin. We play Siamin as well, which is level 3, so this is always 10.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's it for the dangers.
Dog shit, man.
And okay, sometimes it comes up that if you can discard Dogman, you can beat over things when you go second, because if he gets discarded, he reduces all the monsters on the opponent's field by 1000 attacks.
Okay.
It's actually pretty neat and happens sometimes. Then we go for the danger discards, or the good graveyard effect. We have one Zephyros, one Snow, one Beast for the draw, and one Destrudo. We opted to not play Bro because it only gets triggered by dangers. Whilst Shadow Beast, you can also trigger him with the Punk Engine.
Foxy tune.
Yeah. And also, they both are level 4 to support into the Garis or the Synchro Place. Then we have the Punk Engine.
Best engine.
It's like Pepe Gago.
True.
Like the not standard, because we only opted to play 2 Xiamins because we didn't find space for a third one, and we also want to resolve only one, and you dig through your deck with the dangers and with the power spells, so it's okay to only run 2.
This card alone is 1 Telefon, and then you just need to find another one and then you FTK.
Yeah. Then we have the winning engine. We play 2 Machine Dupe, 1 for 1, 3 Telefons, and then for our win con we play Cannon Soldier. Because essentially Konami thought it's okay to just not print the hard ones per turn on the Telefon. So your end setup is just Cannon Soldier with 2 Telefons, you always tribute 1 away, get the other Telefon back and burn your opponent.
And he's a tuner, so Hulk access easy.
Wow.
And these are just to draw in to get easier access to the second Telefon.
Yeah.
Because all you need for the combo is pretty much 1 Telefon on field and 1 engrave and you FTK.
Yeah. Then we have our power spells or draw spells. We play 3 Allures. We play triple Talents because it's a really good card in the format, and if you get interrupted and you have enough setup, you can just pick hand traps out of your opponent's hand. Or if you're in trouble, you just get to draw 2 cards, and mostly this fixes your hand and wins the game.
And also going second, it helps.
Yeah. Today actually I stole an opponent's Appaloosa because I had this. It's like, okay, free now. Then we have the one-off spells. We play 1 Upstart, 1 Into the Void, 1 Foolish, and 1 Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn also, if you draw it and have already 2 Telefons, it's combo, or just extender.
Nice, solid. On to the extra deck then.
Yeah, the extra deck is like a really clusterfuck because you need you need a lot of space just to build in the combo.
Yeah.
We start with the Link monsters. We have 2 Linkurebos, 1 Anima, Then we have the one dark. These are necessary with the unicorn so that you can climb up into your Curious turn 1.
Yeah.
For the other Link 2s, we play one Phoenix and one Hulk. Then for the other Link 3 is just the Curious to send the Cannon Soldier. Then you have, for the Link 4s, you have the Firewall to add back your Cannon Soldier you just sent with the Curious. Then you have the Sarucha to special summon the Cannon Soldier that you added back with Firewall.
Yeah.
And then you have your Appaloosa for stabilization, play through hand traps.
And you always set up Appaloosa during the combo, so it doesn't matter if you have hand traps at one point, because we have Apple.
Yeah.
And then for going second card, we have one access code as our Link 4. It enables killing, like, because you draw so much with this deck, game 1 if you go second.
Yeah.
It's like you probably access this really easy.
Nice.
Then we have the Dugaras we already talked about. It's like needed in the deck because you can do everything. Like it can help you kill your opponent, it draws you cards, discards one, triggers your dangers, or it reborns Telefon, or just some other extenders.
Yeah.
Then we have the Pepega ruler for the Punk engine, and the one Baron.
Nice. Yeah. For more protection.
Yeah, sure.
Well, not protection, more like so your opponent doesn't stop your combos, of course.
Yeah, and often if you get interrupted with like 2-3 hand traps game 1 and you can still play, you know you don't reach the FTK, your end board, the best possible end board you can go for still is like Appaloosa with Baron under it. Like today I played through Ash, Droll and DD Crow, and I set up an Appaloosa with 3 negates and Baron.
Nice. Yeah, I saw your side deck is really fun.
Yeah, the side deck tries to fix the bad extra deck we have to play.
Yeah.
Because we opted to play super polymerizations. Now you ask yourself, where are the targets?
Yeah.
We just board them in. Because we don't have space in the main extra deck, and we really wanted to play super poly because it's so easy to find in this deck because you draw everything.
Yeah.
Then I opted to play the 2 power spells. They're actually not that good against Sprite, but they make the tier elements match up really easy.
Yeah.
Then one Pancratops. It's like one of the best side deck cards in this format. It rips apart Splight decks on its own.
And it's level 7.
That's true. Then I played Twin Twisters. This card I never really needed today. I just went with the better 3 cards for destruction of back row, like Reboot and Feather Duster.
Because I have his Lightning Storms.
True. These would be Lightning Storms, but I don't even know if I would play Lightning Storms in this position. There you can find some other cards. We thought about Dark Ruler, but Dark Ruler is the problem, you can't kill your opponent. And there is like a really big loophole that isn't covered by the Konami policies, and we don't know if we can use it or not, because essentially under Dark Ruler no more, you could loop your FTK and gain an infinite amount of life points, but you don't deal damage to your opponent because you're Dark Ruler. So that's why I didn't opt to play Dark Ruler no more, because I really wanted to kill with the access code line or actually with the FTK.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is, since the Telefon FTK is the only FTK which has an unpredictable outcome, that means I can't just loop it and say, yo, I'm gonna do it 10 times and get like say 1k life. I have to roll it manually, so I have to play it out. Yeah. But that means after a while, my opponent can call judge for slow playing, because I'm not progressing the game state in any way, shape or form.
Exactly.
And then for the last side deck card, we had a good idea, because we opted to play card destruction. We only side this in going second, because like we want to see our side deck cards, and if you discard your dangers, you don't really care if your opponent draws into any more hand traps, because dangers, if you discard, they generate so much advantage, and so you almost can play through.
Nice. So, before we end this video, of course, you gotta show us the combo, right?
Sure.
And we're gonna cut real quick, and we'll say goodbye to you for now.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
So we now show you the basic Etele combo. It's like the easiest way to access the FTK. You just use the Etele port, some use Xiamin adds your Foxy tune to your hand. We don't have a blank, so we just use like a Dark Monster in this case. Good to know is that Foxy Tune doesn't trigger your dangers because they need to be discarded.
But it triggers Beast.
Yeah, that's funny. Then you're gonna summon your Deer Note. You go for the Pega Ruler. Then you mill 5 and summon back your Xiamin with the Deer Note effect. Just take 5 black cards because it doesn't really matter for the combo here.
It's just good if you need the Strudel because then you can immediately make another Baron. Just have an extra negation.
So then you add the Dark Monster if you find one, if not too bad. Then the next step is you go into Hulk with these two to summon your Telefon from the deck because obviously he's a tuner. Then the next step is just, if you have any additional resources, you can skip the Chaos Ruler here and make the Curious with it. That makes it a little easier. But if you don't have, you almost have 100% one Dark in the graveyard can vanish for him, and the Foxy Tune as a light target. Then you reborn him. And then depending on what Telefon extender you have, or in this case don't have, you machine loop here for your Telefon so that you get them out of the deck. And then the next step, you go with these 4 into your Appaloosa. And then if you have the Telefon, to clear this, you just have the loop. And then it's you resolve Telefon, and you gain life points while doing that, but we don't do this here because we just want to show it off. You have to be really careful that you every time remember which Telefon you activated and which one not, because it's only once per on the field.
What I always do is just I double check with my opponent. This is the one I have not used before I link away, so we're both on the same turn.
Yeah. So then we use this Telefon. We just get out the first Link Rebo. We activate the second Telefon. Bring back this one. Just get this away for our Anima. Use the Telefon again. Then we go with the Link Rebo and this Telefon into Dark. This is needed because for Curious, for the 3 different typings, we have to do this extra little step. You activate your Telefon again.
Otherwise, you can always use Danger because they're all different.
Yeah. Or, as I said, Chaos Ruler.
Yeah.
Then you use the other Telefon and the Dark to go into your Unicorn, because in the end this is Fiend. You activate Telefon again, summon the other one back. You make the second Link Rebo, and then at this point you can go into Curious, because you have 1 Cyberse, 1 Fiend, and 1 Spellcaster. They're all Dark. Then you gotta mill your Cannon Soldier and mill 3 additional cards with Curious because it's mandatory effect. So just use this here for purpose. We activate Telefon again. Summon back the other Telefon. Then we go with these 2 into Firewall Dragon. You activate Telefon again. Then you activate the grave effect of your Link Rebo, to 1 Telefon, activate Telefon again, bring it back. With these 2, you can go into Phoenix right now, to call Link your Firewall Dragon, so you can add back 2 cards if anything happens and you get interrupted. You have Danger you can add back most of the times.
What's also really important if you have it like this, because sometimes you need to make a Sarucha early in the combo to draw into an additional target. So if this, for example, is Sarucha right here, you just bounce Cannon Soldier and the Sarucha back to extra deck.
Then you activate your Firewall, back Cannon Soldier and the blank card. Then in the next step you activate your Telefon again. And now you have the link materials for Sarucha already, because it's 2, 1 and 1 is 4, and you don't want to draw the cards because it doesn't matter. Then you activate your Sarutra, special summoning your Cannon Soldier from the hand. You use your Telefon, and then you just you loop the opponent with Cannon Soldier, Tribute, Telefon, Cannon Soldier, and so on.
And if you have an additional extender, you can always make Baron here on this side, and then you have 2 negates, so you can make the whole combo with 2 negates up. And if they have 3 hand traps, they have 3 hand traps.
But as I said, through 3 hand traps you still can put out really good boards.
Yeah, crazy. Okay, we'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, we're back again. Thank you for the deck profile and combo. Any shoutouts you wanna tell?
Yeah, first of all, shoutouts to my man Colin Heim and Richard Freitag on Dueling Book. We built the deck together, and also shoutouts to all the people who lent me cards for this deck.
Nice, thank you.
And please, I just want to see some guy playing this at the European Championships, please.
Shoutouts to TCGLIGA Winterthur as well. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.